lamentably today I feel that the objective has become obscure.
Back in 1662, John Milton, in his pamphlet Aeropagitica, spoke in favor of the freedom of the press and its significance in a democracy. But looking at the situation today, the freedom has been taken undue advantage of and is doing more harm than good.
मंत्र का झांसा देकर तो कभी आस्था की आड़ में एक नहीं कई सालों से जारी है दरिंदगी का वो खेल.
On news channel today, I feel like it's not facts that they're telling me, it's opinions served to me on a platter. They're no longer interested in telling you what event occurred, they're only interested in reacting to it in the most dramatic way possible.
The recent case of Nirbhaya rape and murder, which created a lot of, not only national but international media attention, and for a very, very right reason. However, if you really see post that incidents, we find that even the smallest event, they are kind of they are sensationalized for for a very vested interest.
Press, in trying to determine it and declaring it to the people, is guilty of the highest form of contempt. I am a great lover of the press and a great lover of freedom of speech and expression. But please recognize your limits.
Big bosses.
नहीं है, याद रखें आप.
बाप पे जाना नहीं,
चिल्लाओ नहीं.
बाप पे बोलना नहीं,
चिल्लाओ नहीं.
बाप पे बोलना नहीं,
किसी के बाप
बाप
पे
नहीं बोलना, समझे क्या? मैं तेरे को बोल देती हूँ, मनोज
Hey.
I don't really believe that reality shows like Big Boss help us in any way, apart from being a huge scene for vulgarity and obscenity and having a bad impact on teenagers of today. Reality shows for me do not really have anything significant in it.
Well, reality shows aren't for you to learn and for you to educate yourself. Reality shows are meant for entertainment. The definition of reality shows in that case is a portrayal of some form of reality. It's not what the real world is. It is for entertainment, for a TRP. It is to entertain the audience. And if shows like Big Boss didn't make sense, you wouldn't have 8.5 million viewers all over India watching that show.
I do not believe that the public is in any way responsible for sensationalism of media. It's again the corporate circle which come into picture. It's for their profit, it's for their huge the revenues which they actually see in the people, that they go to the extent of sensationalizing stuff.
The nature of headlines has changed, just as with the attitudes of the people and the mindsets of the people. People are more interested in sensationalist headlines. They are more likely to pick up a newspaper which states certain more entertaining or more sensationalist facts rather than actual hard facts, something which is not as entertaining. If suppose a newspaper is giving IPL results, or there is something about Shah Rukh Khan presenting some awards or something, I'm sure a person will pick up that newspaper rather than mine if I am just giving about facts about some hunger situation in some South African country.
Depend on how well we can entertain our audience, and that becomes our living. So you cater to an audience which expects drama and exaggeration of every detail. So now we've come to a point where we have a team which makes sure that we have the correct kind of advertisements at the correct point of time, and we have the finest details exaggerated just so that we have people watch our shows.
I feel that news should be conveyed in its simplicity. It would have a greater effect on people, on public, and also news is supposed to, media is supposed to help people form their own opinions after presenting certain facts to them. I think that is somewhere down the line that is getting diluted because of the sensational effect that each news item has if it is conveyed in a sensational manner.